What I want to talk about now is the competition aspect of chipping. So we've started off with the technical. We've gone over all the fundamentals. Then we moved you into the 2-club drill where you could still work on the technique of not breaking your left wrist down, of keeping your weight on your left side and landing the ball within those 2 clubs. Remember, you're going to go with that and you're going to do the 5 in a row with your lob wedge, then sand wedge, then gap wedge, all the way through your 7-iron. Then you did the 5-point game, which is the 3 clubs around the hole, and you're going to again go from lob wedge through 7-iron and do that game to a long hole, a medium hole, and a short hole. And obviously when you're on a long hole, 7-iron will be easy. When you're on a short hole, lob wedge will be easy, 7-iron will be difficult. Then you've got the 5-point game, or I'm sorry, you've got the 3-club drill where you're doing the CJ low, the medium, the high, the ultra high, in that sense. Now what we want to do is talk a little bit about some games for you to practice at home. The first one I want to teach you is birdie par bogey. This is a great competition, very easy for you to do with your friends or even by yourself. But all we're going to do is we're going to sit here and we're going to chip to a hole. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to chip up to the hole. And the idea would be is as I go up here, I want you to understand is that anything inside of a club length at this point is a birdie. Okay, within 2 club lengths is a par, and outside of that is a bogey. So if I put this club right here, that's obviously outside of the birdie, but it's definitely inside of the par. So on this first hole I made par. So one way for you to practice would be just to chip 9 holes, maybe with your lob wedge, maybe chip 9 holes with your sand wedge, vice versa, and see how you do. If you're a person that at home you're like, I only chip with my sand wedge, okay, I challenge you to take this game and play 9 holes with your sand wedge and chip all the way around. And then do that little ratio system where you figure out that, hey, this long hole works out to being an 8-iron. Play 9 holes, play birdie par bogey, and see which one wins. I guarantee you that one where you change clubs and you're using an 8-iron here, that club will win versus the sand wedge. Okay, keep in mind you've spent a lot of time to develop that feel and that practice habits, with that sand wedge only. But you don't need that much time if you're using different clubs. It's all just one swing. Okay, so that's a great game to do there. Another great game to do is 7s. And all we're going to do here is just take 2 balls. If I was playing against someone, that person would have 2 balls. And I'm just going to chip up to this hole. And what happens is, okay, so let's say player A hits those 2 balls right there. Okay, player B now has to come up and he has to chip inside of those balls there, in essence. If I don't, or in this case, so that one's outside of them. And that one is outside of it. Player A in this case would actually get 2 points. You get a point for the closest ball, but in this case, both of player A's balls were closer than both of player B's balls. So he gets 2, okay? He gets 2 points. If you make one, you get 3 points. So really there's a potential. If you make 2 of them, obviously you get 6 points. But in this case, if you make one and you get next closest, you get 4. If I'm playing with someone and let's say player A hypothetically chips 1 close and then 1 far away, and my first ball is the second closest ball, well then he only gets 1 point. So it's a great way to play and learn feel, creativity, and imagination in its competitive spirit. And I want you to take this knowledge that you've learned, these fundamentals and this technique, and start applying it, and then again play some competition and see how these shots perform under pressure. Try these games, they'll really help you out, and they'll actually make you a lot better while you're still having a lot of fun.